I'm a queen. California. She was from a black queen. But she need to understand California is a black queen. And that's who I am.
When it comes to buying a home, they say cash is king. But you're a queen, and that's just as powerful.
You robbed the world of a queen. A queen willing to do a job that most of us could never stomach to do.
There's a new trend, folks. Black women are calling themselves queens.
Recently, I've had a few young women join my Patreon communities. I have two different communities. One is Naturally Fashionable, where we talk about personal development, style, and self-accountability and our image. The other is Wifey for Lifey group, where we talk about issues that deal with relationships and being a wife. One of the questions that I got from a young lady, what tips do I need to have as I start my life as a young 20-something-year-old? You know, I really want to thrive. I really want to do well. And I'm so happy that there are so many women who are passionately taking control of their life and their image, and they want to do well in life, and maybe they just don't have the role models or the experience with family to know always how to navigate in society. This brings me to a video that I came across the other day. It was quite cringy. Me and my husband both watched the video and we were disturbed by it, because I know that there are women out here who use the term queen as a way to boost their self-confidence. It's a term of endearment, and it's used by men as well. You know, you hear the phrase kings and queens, and some like to relate it to some type of African connection, saying as though that they came from kings and queens, although that is not true. Everyone did not come from a king or a queen, and even if you did come from a lineage where there was royalty, you are not a king or a queen. So I think we all have a pretty good understanding that people don't actually believe that they are from a monarch and that they have some lineage to royalty. But I want to touch on some points related to our image. And as a Black woman, I'm kind of always coming from a perspective as a woman of color, as a African American, as a Black woman, because that's what I am. But I've seen other groups of women use the term queen as well, but I will admit not as much as in the Black collective. So the first point I want to address is that this term queen, it's like playing a game with yourself. You know, it's like knowing that you're not really a king or a queen, but you're using it as a way, I don't know, to boost your self-confidence or your self-esteem. And there's nothing wrong with giving someone a compliment. Like, people tell me that all the time on Instagram. They're like, queen, you look good, queen. And, you know, there are t-shirts and mugs with queen on them. And it's a fun thing. People have queen themed parties and queen themed events, and I think it's just a way to have fun. But then we have these extreme examples where women are actually walking around calling themselves a queen, like to other people. My husband made the point that in your household, you may be the queen or the princess of your home, and you may look at, you know, yourself or your spouse as the king and as the queen. And there's nothing wrong with that, to have that personal perception of yourself as though you are royalty. It could be a fun thing that you do in your house. But when you go out into society and you represent yourself in a way where you are telling other people that you are a king, that you are a queen, as though you should be treated as some sort of royalty or better than someone else because of your skin color, because of your position in life, or because of some ideology that you've developed for yourself, then it's getting kind of weird. This was an important topic for me to address with young women, because There's a lot that's happening on social media and pop culture, and you may be absorbing this and thinking, it's appropriate, but it's not appropriate to refer to yourself as a queen in any setting, but with your friends, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband, inside your home. These are all the only places where it's not looked at as very strange, weird, or obnoxious. No one has to treat you good because you're Black, because you do this, because you do that, because you're white, because you're Asian. Like, no one has to give you some special respect because you're a woman or because you're a man. You kind of earn your respect in society. And when people disrespect you, I want you to understand that it doesn't give you the authority to just go crazy. Like, this is a lesson I had to learn, and some of these lessons were learned hard. And just because someone bumps into you or says something that you think is inappropriate, you don't want to go Black queen on them, okay? It's cringy, and it doesn't help our image as a whole, in particular for African American women. I'm not really referring to African women in this, because I think Africans really have a strong suit as far as how they're able to cultivate their image to the world. I think they are tight-knit in certain ways where the Black collective in American culture is not. And so I'm really referring to African American women when I say that this is what people think of you. And so to me, it's not even a race thing, it's how you conduct yourself. Part of it can be racial as well, but you are doing yourself a disservice when you go out into society and force people to view you as something that you know you are not, I know you are not, and the world knows you are not, okay? You can only be a queen if you are part of a monarch, or if you win the title of a queen in a beauty pageant. These are the only queens. And so if you want to model yourself after a queen, men do it too, call women queens and things of that nature, and they're doing it to be nice and to be sweet. But a queen is regal. A queen is classy. A queen is composed. A queen dresses well. A queen knows how to handle herself in different situations. A queen would never curse someone out publicly, maybe behind closed doors, but definitely not in public. There are certain things a queen would not say in public. Look at the Queen of England. Look how stiff she is. That is because she knows she has to protect her image. And ladies, we have to protect our image, especially you young ladies who are just starting out in life. We don't want people to think we're insane, walking around thinking we're actual queens and we just deserve special treatment because we're Black or white, or we have this job position and we think we're a queen now. We don't want people to think that we are crazy. Let me tell you, this can hurt you in the job market, this can hurt you in dating, this can hurt you in networking, and this can hurt you in building relationships. So I implore you to please be careful about this queen talk. I know what you're saying, okay? I know you're saying, I think highly of myself. I think that I am special. It's translating as you have low self-esteem. It's translating as though you need something so bad that you will make yourself an imaginary queen. Is that the image you really want to portray to the world as a whole? Is that the image you want to move forward with in society? If you want to be treated with respect, if you want people to honor you, carry yourself as such. Dress appropriately. Speak eloquently. Carry yourself with respect. Treat people right. Learn how to control your emotions in situations where you feel you are being mistreated. I have had to learn this myself. Like I said, some of it the hard way. I don't want that for you. I want you to thrive in career, in life, in love. And I do want you to feel good about yourself. Let me tell you, you are made in God's image. You are not trash, okay? We are made in God's image. We are not trash, whether we're a part of the royal family or we're not a part of the royal family, whether you're rich or whether you're middle class or whether you're on the come up right now. God made you to do great things. And there is nothing wrong with having self-esteem and feeling good about yourself. But when you project yourself in a way where it doesn't even look remotely close to a queen, and you start wanting other people to treat you in certain ways that just aren't factual or that are just right out weird, we have a problem.
We all want to be respected, but this woman wants absolute respect, absurd respect, queen bee level respect. And I think that requiring this level of respect is pervasive among black women specifically. This phenomenon is so ubiquitous, it has become a cliche in film.
Okay, I'm your song now. Next, come on up here, baby. Hurry up. Now I ain't got to do. What? 1 minute, baby.
There's even a TED Talk about this. I'm not joking.
My name is Angela Shaw. For those of you who did not know, I am the angry black woman.
This woman claims that other people perceive her negatively when they shouldn't. And I think that's the real problem here. If there's a negative pattern in how you're perceived, you have to change yourself. This woman doesn't want to change, however. She thinks that instead, society should change around her. Society, I call the phenomenon the strong black woman.
I'm a strong black woman.
I think that the reason why some black women feel that they are entitled to be insufferably horrible to those around them, to respond to the slightest disrespect with the full force of hell's fury, is that there is this idea in black culture about being a strong black woman.
So my first piece of advice is to protect your image with how you carry yourself. Publicly referring to yourself as a queen is strange. It's just what it is. It's strange. And most people think this, even if they don't say it, okay? In private, with your friends, with your man, y'all be kings and queens. But when we march around telling people to treat us as a queen, it just screams, I hate myself. And the lady in this video, in particular, the one who was yelling and screaming, it seems like she was angry about something else. I mean, she was telling the lady to sit down. The lady was already sitting down. You lose control when you become angry and when you become emotional. And that was another point my husband pointed out. You know, there's so many times in our life where we lose complete control because we're so emotional. And so that's the first piece of advice that I want to give you, young lady, about something that I wish I would have known earlier in my 20s is control your emotions, develop true self-esteem. Don't walk around here calling yourself a queen publicly and acting as though someone is supposed to treat you like that. That is something that you exhibit with your behavior within yourself. And when you carry yourself with respect, I promise you, people will treat you with value. That's what you want, to be treated with value. Okay, so thank you for this requested video. I have a couple of other parts of some things I want to share with young women about our image, controlling our image in the media, and how we can thrive with personal development and accountability. So I would love your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Bye.